currently like 1:10 maybe at a push. I might be being a bit over exaggerating there. Oh god, that doesn't make any sense. I am so tired, but we are currently getting petrol, and then we are heading off to Newcastle Airport to get our 6 AM flight to Paris. So that's going to be so, yeah. My main worry at the moment is getting my inhaler on the plane and getting my carpal tunnel brace on the plane, because I only learnt last night that you're supposed to have documentation from your doctor. He's forgot something.
Can you hold this, please, with the car back over?
Hold what?
This.
Can you not just put it back?
No, because it will shut everything off and I'll have to do it all again. Hi, video.
So, as you can see, we're already getting off to a brilliant start. But no, you're supposed to have like a letter from your doctor, and I didn't know this until like 8 o'clock last night, by which point it's too late. I do have a letter from my doctor saying that I'm due a review of like my chronic condition, that being my asthma, so I'm taking that with me. But yeah, so now we've got an hour drive to Newcastle ahead of us. Well, I say we, I get to sit in the car and sing to Motionless in White. So yeah, and see you guys later. Getting in the French mood with the straight croissant from Greg's, because we're early, which is beautiful. So we made it to the airport at about 2:30. We had a bit of an issue with the parking. My Siri sent me like the complete wrong way. We had to pay £1 to get out of the car park to get into the right car park, which is annoying. And we have just checked in now, and just to give you some like insight into how late it now is, like I said, we got here at 2:30 and it is now 4:05, and we've just checked in and got through duty free, and yeah, so that's fun. So we're now just in Smith's and having a nose and looking really strange, because who vlogs while they're in an airport? Me. So yeah, but just really want to sit, sorry, that was like probably the most unattractive thing you've ever seen me do. We just want to sit down now, and I want to put my makeup on so that I'm ready. We're going to get into Paris at like 9 o'clock, so I want to be ready for when we get into Paris, because then we can just go out and do whatever. We can't check into the hotel in Paris until like 12, so I need to get ready now while we're in the airport. So it's a good thing that we're actually only allowed hand luggage, because everything that I need is in my hand luggage, which is good. So yeah, everyone's looking at me really weirdly. So yeah, I will probably now see you guys when I land in Paris, so I will see you guys soon. Finally, what time did we land? 9.
Yeah, between past 9.
It is now 12 o'clock and we landed at 9. It basically took us the best part of 2.5 hours to get out of the airport once we landed. Border control was like crazy, like absolutely crazy, which I understand. Like, we're in a country where like the terrorist threat's really, really high at the moment. So you're talking like, I mean, in Newcastle Airport there was just like the police, and the police were armed, We've just got off the train at the station next to our hotel, and the army was there. So just to put into perspective, like, the difference in Paris's terror alert and like the UK's, it's a bit nuts and it's a bit insane, and it was scary as well because they've got, well, better ammunition obviously than, you know, British police. So that was a bit crazy. How comfy is the bed? Oh god, no. I don't like firm beds. I like the Premier Inn beds that are nice and soft. We're gonna have dinner and I'll see you at the Science Museum, I suppose. This is legit our life right now. Watching a French cooking show that we can't understand, we just know they're cooking something with butternut squash. But we don't know what it is. Or why the hell it's got vanilla in it. And there is no English subtitles, so...
No, but it's one hell of a name.
So yeah, this is what our life can do at the moment. But yeah. Didn't really film much in the museum because I was just really tired and excited as well, like just wandering around the museum. And we spent ages in there, didn't we? Like ages. So it's the biggest one in Europe, so like, you know, there was just so much to see. We had so much fun. Stalingrad, sorry. And had a wander around there, and then went to a hostel for something to eat. It was actually really nice. Minus the fact I didn't have soap. But yeah. Yeah, I've had, between like me actually like waking up to get to the airport at 12, I've had like half an hour's sleep. I don't know how I'm still alive. Because I need like 8 hours sleep minimum to like function as a normal human being, so I'm surprised that I'm still here. I think it's just been one of those days where there's been that much going on and we've just had that much excitement and stress and anxiety that it's just kind of kept me going, really, and fueled my insomnia. So yeah, I think I might just have to avoid it because we're gonna have to get up at like the crack of dawn, literally, to get... I'm not tired, I can't even think of the words of things anymore. The metro.
Sorry. I thought it would be quiet.
Oh my god!
You can edit this a bit out.
Did you hear that? I can edit this out. I can edit this out apparently. You know what? I'm actually gonna leave it in. Yeah. Fuck you too. I'm gonna shut up now and I think I'm gonna go to sleep. But I might carry on watching this French cooking show first and then go to sleep. But we will see you tomorrow probably at some point. Whenever I remember to film, basically. Bye guys. Good morning. So we've had a bit of a stressful morning because A, we thought we were running late, and then B, we couldn't find the fucking station or the train that we needed. But we found it, which is a bit silly. I mean, you've got to give it to us, everything's in French and we're English, so, you know, it does make everything a little bit harder, but... And we're practically jaywalking right now. Yeah, we found the catacombs, so we're just heading to find the building that the catacombs are in, and then we're gonna go get food because I'm starving. But the area is so pretty. Yeah, we're in such a pretty area right now. So yeah, that was fun. So we have made it to Notre Dame. At this point you'll have already seen my videos of like the catacombs, which is a really grim experience actually. Beautiful. Don't ask me what I was expecting when I went to the catacombs, to be honest, because I don't know. It was just a lot more grim than I thought it was when Michael's taking pictures. But I made it, and it is huge in comparison to like what I thought it was going to be as well. So it's just beautiful. It really does put modern architecture to shame, it really does. I don't know, I was so overwhelmed. Like, we've seen so many beautiful things like while we've been here. It's just so overwhelming. It's just like you're in a completely different place. Well, I mean, yeah. It's just you're in a completely different place. It's just unreal, to be honest. So we just sat down because when we went to the patisserie, when we got out of the catacombs to get breakfast, we got 2 croissants and we got 2 pain au chocolat, and we ate the croissants on our way to the metro station to get here, to get to Notre Dame. And you know, we viewed Notre Dame, and you know, there it is in the background, beautiful. And we sat outside to eat the pain au chocolat, and if you've had French pastry, you know it's like really flaky. Yeah, it's like soft and flaky. So it's like flaking all over the place, and then I'm like, oh yeah, like look at me, I'm like Snow White, and I'm like, get a picture. So Michael takes a picture, and then 2 minutes later, as he's like walking towards me to give me my phone back, I'm like feeding this pigeon that's like jumped upon like the bench next to me, and this other pigeon obviously gets like really jealous and just flies at my face and tries to steal my pain au chocolat out of my hands. So we don't have that on video sadly because Michael just doesn't know how this whole vlogging thing works. You film everything, especially if it looks like something funny is going to happen. But he's laughing at me, and then 2 minutes later the pigeon does it to him as well, so
I avoid out the way.
so I had to throw my pain au chocolat in the bin because like it got pigeon all over it, and I didn't fancy eating it after the pigeon had touched it, to be honest. I've just put the recording back on because Notre Dame's currently ringing its bells, so I'm just hoping that you can hear it because this is like beautiful. It's so beautiful. I was hoping that we'd be able to hear that. That's amazing. We're not quite at the Louvre. It's took us a while, to be honest, because we just keep stopping and starting. But there's a guy with an accordion here that I wanted to show you, so pardon me. That's what I'm going to show you. Yeah. Look at how beautiful this place is. It's absolutely stunning here.
Here's the island. Look.
It's the island just behind us that Notre Dame's on. It's where we've just been. Yeah, I just wanted to show you this guy, so... That guy's awesome. I should wait for Michael now. He's played such awesome music as well. Yeah, just love. There's also that awesome building behind us. We don't know what that is, which is probably our ignorance, to be honest, but it's beautiful regardless. Inside the Louvre, well, not fully inside, but yeah, that is stunning. Are you gonna focus? There we go. Stunning. It's there, it's right in the distance. That's where we're going. Once we've been through there, that's where we're heading. So we are currently kind of, you can't really see it, I'll show you. I think I've already shown you it. We're at the Arc de Triomphe de Carousel. So we need to go now like all the way in that direction. You can't see where I'm pointing, but you kind of can in like the glasses. We need to go all the way in that direction, and that takes us to the actual Arc de Triomphe. So we're just walking through these gardens, and there's like all these statues about, including that one right there. And that one, that lovely lady there, has her nips out. And I've seen penis as well. Now, this begs the question, why is that okay? But me, doing what I do, or any modern art in general, but if we look at like glamour modelling, why is that an issue? Why can't I get my nips out? So that woman over there has her nips out. Free the fucking nip. There is currently a festival going on. Right there. But there's the Eiffel Tower. To make a wish. Yeah. Ready? 3, 2, 1. It's incredibly late, but we made it to the Eiffel Tower, and it is so big, which has literally been what I've said about everything, and excuse the ridiculous hair, it's been raining. We're now just trying to figure out what we're going to do, because this is big, and I'm scared. I'd filmed earlier, we were on the second floor, which is like as high as we went, because I'm panicking here, and we're on the first floor now, but like the view is amazing. I can't really show you, I'll put pictures in, because the sun's just come out of nowhere. It was raining about half an hour, 40 minutes ago. It was raining, like really, really raining, and now it's just beautiful. Having a nightmare. Not only has it taken us forever to get through this airport, because there is literally like no information whatsoever at all about where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be doing, or anything. Like, 20 minutes ago, like literally, we were due to board at 25 to 3. Yeah, we were supposed to board at 25 to 3, and at 25 to 3, we were told your flight's delayed. But we don't know by how long, we don't know what's going on. Like, every single screen in this terminal, like with all the boarding gates, every single screen is blank. How are we supposed to know what's going on? There's people who've gone up and asked to find out what's going on and why we're not on our flight, and like, you know, when our flight's going to be, more at the point. We just don't know. We landed in the UK again, so we're home.
Fortunate.
And in typical British form, it is raining, which is just, we knew that anyway. We said that when we were in the airport, that like we'd bet like the rest of our euros, which wasn't much, it was only 40 euros. We've left with like 10% of what we like went there with, that it would be raining when we got home, because that's always the case. You go on holiday, you come back and it rains. But no, we found out once we got on the plane as well, like the captain told us why we were delayed. There was really bad weather in Paris, but we didn't think it was going to affect the plane because it stopped a good hour like before.
It seemed like thunder from where we
From like, yeah, the rain had stopped a good hour before like we even had to board the plane, like let alone before we had to fly. So, and from where we were as well in the airport, it didn't seem like it was like thunder and lightning or anything like that. But the plane was late coming in to Paris because of the bad weather in Newcastle and because of the bad weather in Paris, so it had to like do a bit of a detour and then needed refueling, which is why it took us so long to board and stuff. Like, we had to board while the plane was refueling and then wait, which was fun. And then because of the bad weather as well, we've had to take a bit of a detour as well when we took off and when we landed in Newcastle as well. So, rain. It drizzles and that's it. Your flight's going to be delayed for an hour. We're now just stuck in the horrendous traffic that is the M1.
rush hour traffic.
Yeah, rush hour traffic, Monday.
We avoided if we were on time.
Well, we'd have been home by now.
We'd have avoided this.
Yeah. Rush hour traffic on the M1, trying to get out of Newcastle.
50 mile an hour limit and we're doing 19 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yippee.
But yeah, I mean, all in all, it was like it was a good flight. Well, not a good flight. I don't think it was a good flight. I fucking hated it. But
It wasn't a nice flight.
there was turbulence and all sorts. It was awful. It took us ages to land again as well, like ages. So, I mean, all in all, like if we look at like everything as a whole, if we take the flights out of it, like the holiday was really, really good, like really good, including like me crying at Notre Dame and things. I got very overwhelmed when we went to see Notre Dame. I don't know why. It was a really good flight, and probably at the end of this, I'll probably actually have my like full rant about the whole airport and like Air France debacle that we've had. We're definitely Euro starring it the next time we go to France, because I ain't getting on a plane.
Well, you get the bank loan.
I ain't getting on a plane, and I'm not. What's the word? I'm not navigating that airport again.
We'll fly to Orly next time.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, that's been pretty much our travels in Paris. And I'm probably going to eat these crisps and go to sleep because I'm knackered. And try and keep you awake because someone's going to keep you awake because you're driving. I love not being able to drive. It's brilliant. Bye guys.